He never thought it would be COPD. You always think you have more time than you do, and you really don't.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
You don't get much time to yourself. So when you do, make it count with Crest Pro Health. It protects the 8 areas dentists check for a healthier mouth. The #1 toothpaste brand in America, Crest.
Welcome to our opening night, the premiere edition of Entertainment Tonight.
It's incredible that was 40 years ago today, September 14th, 1981, the very first episode of E.T. with host Tom Halleck and Marjorie Wallace. Now, 4 decades later, E.T. continues to be the gold standard.
Of course it does.
And we are honored to be here on this day.
The stars really trust us to tell their stories, and tomorrow only we are with...
Happening now.
The new voting bill in Texas requiring some changes when we count our ballots. Why Bexar County taxpayers could end up footing a hefty bill for those changes.
Wanting to get away this fall? Good news, you should be able to find an airfare deal. Coming up, when's the best time to book for this fall and for the holidays?
And what's left of Nicholas continues to weaken. I'll show you where the activity is, where all the rain is moving, and what it means for us in just a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, the heated war of words coupled with a cascade of lawsuits sidelining a little-known provision within the new state election law. About 40 of the state's largest counties, including Bexar County, will now need 24-hour video surveillance systems whenever paper ballots are being counted.
Like most state mandates, the Bexar County judge says there's no funding to help cover the cost of all of this. Jesse DeGoyado tells us it will be up to taxpayers.
Totally unnecessary. Totally unnecessary.
Thank you, Governor. Election integrity is now law in the state of Texas.
But it wasn't just the law itself, says the county judge.
I've been here over 20 years, and we've run successful elections every year.
Although Wolf says there haven't been any serious problems, if the new election law is upheld in the courts, the Bexar County Elections Office will be required to install 24-hour surveillance cameras for live streaming whenever paper ballots are being processed or counted.
The companies are coming in and saying, well, we would need 11 different cameras put in the areas where we do our work and where we keep the ballots.
For 2 months prior to an election, Callanan says, then for another 2 weeks after it's over, even if no one is there, plus the cost of storing the video.
And that's a huge expense to the county.
As it is now, Callanan says her office is already having to store a lot of paperwork.
On all elections, we save every piece of paper and every item for a minimum of 22 months.
The Bexar County commissioners will be briefed at some point as to the potential cost to taxpayers, how the surveillance system will work, how it'll be monitored, and by whom.
And who would be reviewing this video?
I guess you could sit at home at night and watch it on our webpage.
Jesse DeGoyado, KSAT 12 News.
And we have more about the new election law's surveillance camera provision on our website, KSAT.com. And speaking of elections, Jackie Callanan will be our guest during tonight's KSAT Q&A during the 6 o'clock news.
New at 5, 4 months after they were discovered at his mother's home, the remains of baby James Charez have now been released to his family. The family says the ashes of baby James were given to them today, closing this chapter in his mysterious death. His mother, Delaney Charez, was arrested for tampering with evidence, but no other charges have been filed against her. The body was found in her West Side home. The family says they're planning a funeral for baby James next month.
San Antonio police investigating a hit and run after a bicyclist was hit by a vehicle. It happened just before 4 this morning on the I-35 access road near West Pyron Avenue. That's on the city's south side. Police say a man in his 30s riding his bicycle along the sidewalk carrying a duffel bag and a television when at some point he lost his balance and fell onto the access road. That's when he was hit by a car. The driver drove away. The man's girlfriend riding a bike behind him, but tells police she didn't see the car or get a look at the driver. The man was taken to University Hospital. He's expected to be okay. Once found, though, that driver will be charged with failure to stop and render aid.
San Antonio police are also investigating a double stabbing on the city's west side. It happened around 9 last night, but last night around 8. Police say that they found 2 men stabbed in a vehicle outside of a Jack in the Box. It was in the 5800 block of Claver Road. The victims told police they were stabbed by several people at another location for an unknown reason. They also said the suspects fled down Callahan Road. Both men taken to University Hospital. One of them was seriously hurt. The other suffered some minor injuries. This investigation, needless to say, is ongoing.
The Texas Compassionate Use Act has expanded to provide more patients with medical marijuana in Texas. And one local doctor already seeing a shift in the number of patients requesting a prescription. Dr. Ray Altamirano is one of just 10 doctors able to prescribe cannabis in San Antonio. He says he wants patients to understand the process behind getting a prescription. Starts with first qualifying for one, going through a screening process, going to a dispensary, and then making sure to follow up.
Everybody's different. No one's uniform. There might be a different ratio that's going to help you better. There's a follow-up to make sure we need to adjust or tweak your treatment.
Coming up at 6, we're going to take a closer look at now who qualifies for medical marijuana in the state and what veterans who have PTSD need to know about it.
The American Academy of Pediatrics now saying that children make up nearly 30% of new COVID-19 cases in the country. Now, with the surge of cases in kids, health officials are now calling for a boost in the vaccination rate in adults. Nearly 500,000 children have tested positive for the virus in the past 2 weeks. Vaccines for kids under the age of 12 could be authorized by the end of the year. Pfizer says it is planning to submit its data to the FDA in the next month.
We expect to have safety and immunogenicity data for children between the ages of 5 and 11. We expect to have that data by the end of September, and then we would expect to file that with the FDA in early October.
Pfizer is also doubling down on its call for booster shots. Officials saying that while 2 doses give strong protection against the Delta variant, a 3rd dose could be even more effective.
And a new report shows the U.S. has spent nearly $6 billion treating unvaccinated COVID patients in hospitals. That's just over the last 3 months. The report from the Kaiser Family Foundation estimates the average cost of a preventable COVID-19 hospitalization about $20,000. From June to August, 287,000 unvaccinated adults were hospitalized for the virus. Their estimates show $5.7 billion could have been saved during those months if people had been vaccinated.
5 cases of measles found in the U.S. Now a temporary halt has been issued on the flights of Afghan refugees coming into this country. While officials are working to notify anyone who may have been exposed, health experts say highly contagious virus is almost entirely preventable through vaccination. Inbound to the U.S., Afghans seeking refuge. But now a warning for anyone exposed, whether on board, in an airport, hospital, or hotel. Cases of measles were found in 5 people who recently arrived in the U.S.
We want the people who work on these bases and the families who live there to know how seriously we're taking it.
All flights of Afghan evacuees into the U.S. have been halted for at least a week. The Department of Defense says they are working to immunize evacuees before they arrive, and those already affected are being housed separately and are getting medical care. As contact tracing continues, and some are asked to quarantine.
If somebody has measles around you and you are not vaccinated, you have a 90% chance of getting measles.
Dr. Nora Colburn, an infectious disease specialist at Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, says those most at risk are children who have not been vaccinated and those who are immunocompromised. While the virus was eliminated in the U.S. in 2000, recent declines in measles vaccinations have caused cases of this vaccine-preventable disease to rebound.
It's characterized by fever, cough, conjunctivitis, which is redness around the eyes, and a fine rash.
The CDC says measles can be dangerous, especially for babies and young children. Dr. Colburn says it's preventable with vaccination.
There you go. It's heartbreaking. Nobody should have to die of this disease.
Now, the CDC says measles symptoms can appear 1 to 2 weeks after a person is exposed. The measles rash appears 3 to 5 days after the first symptoms.
Now we turn to Nicholas, the Category 1 hurricane, now a tropical storm, but it is hammering parts of Louisiana.
It hit Texas first, causing some severe flooding and knocking out power to hundreds of thousands. ABC's Rena Roy says now that heavy rain has moved, where already so much has fallen.
Winds up to 95 miles per hour, toppling trees and gas station roofs, debris scattered across coastal Texas. Nicholas making landfall near Galveston overnight, flooding streets and cars. This dock submerged and an entire neighborhood underwater. Up to 18 inches of rain pummeling some areas.
Trees down, roofs off. It's coming. It's built up big.
Nearly 500,000 without power in Houston.
That's the number one priority for people in the city of Houston, is to get their power restored.
Crews in Texas surveying the destruction, with the governor issuing a disaster declaration for at least 17 counties. Resources on standby, including boat teams and rescue aircrafts.
We're still assessing damages, in particular the extent of debris damage. There is debris out on the roads still.
Now Nicholas is hitting Louisiana, which is still struggling to recover from Ida. President Biden approving a second emergency declaration there as it braces for potentially dangerous flooding yet again.
Over the next few days, the heaviest rain will hit south and central Louisiana. Some spots could see 10 to 20 inches of rainfall. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And we're on the dry side of Nicholas right now. You see a decent amount of sunshine across our area, but you widen out the picture. We've got what's left of Nicholas, a very low-end tropical storm right now, winds of 40 miles per hour, a few localized gusts up to 50 miles per hour. I put the track on there, the historical track of this, just to show you how it hugged the coastline and then came on shore last night near eastern Matagorda Bay. All the precipitation, the heavy rain in far east Texas and spreading throughout Louisiana and even Mississippi. Around here, different picture. Decent amount of sunshine, most of us in the 90s. 86 meanwhile in Bernie, 89 in New Braunfels, 90 in Lavernia. And quiet this evening, becoming mostly clear. Temperatures near average and a north wind at 5 to 10. We're going to talk more about Nicholas, the rain, where it's headed, and our rain chances coming up, Ursula.
Thank you, Adam. Canines for Warriors. It's the nation's largest provider of trained dogs for veterans, service dogs. Now, the veterans suffer from PTSD and other military-related trauma. And today, that organization opened a brand new facility right here in San Antonio in an effort to help our local veterans. It is the nonprofit's first expansion outside of the state of Florida, and they said it is only fitting that they came to Military City, USA. Petco Love's $2 million grant is going to help support the new 5,000 square foot 30 kennel facility. It opened up today with the goal to help 75 veterans a year.
She literally saved my life. Approximately 20 veterans a day are committing suicide to PTSD symptoms, and this is a challenge to that, and hopefully we can reverse that.
Animals can heal. Canines for Warriors hopes to help both our local veterans and local dogs. They're right next to animal care services, so they can save dogs, then train them, then partner them up with veterans.
Great idea. Still ahead, if you're looking to travel over the holiday season, you may be in luck. Find out why now is the best time to book a flight in the fall. We'll tell you about it after the break.
It may seem a bit too early to be talking about the holidays, but if you're planning on air travel for Thanksgiving or Christmas, the experts are telling us that right now is the time to land your best deal. 12 on Your Side's Marilyn Ward says many fall flights are not as full as airlines expected, so that's a good thing for your wallet.
Flying home from sunny San Antonio, Amy Rosardo is dreaming of a warm Christmas in Florida.
If airfare gets cheaper, man, if I can find the time from working so much, because I run a store and everything with the holidays, just to step away for a while is great.
She could be in luck.
Airlines have a lot of empty seats and they're doing
everything they can to fill them.
Travel expert Willis Orlando says we're in the Goldilocks hour for looking and booking. Not too early, not too late. Demand for fall flights has been less than expected, so airfares are on a September descent. Need an October getaway? Orlando found from San Antonio to Miami a $162 round trip. And round trip to Denver, $118. But what about the holidays?
So if you're looking to travel domestically for the holidays, right now is the time to book.
But some of the best deals, he says, are to Europe. Try $296 round trip to Italy, where he is right now.
But because demand hasn't come back yet, we have these kind of blanket cheap prices across the board. So you can kind of get these fares that, next year will be $1,000.
With COVID still an issue, flexibility is key. Fortunately, most airlines are being change friendly, but check your airline's policy before you book. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, let's check live cam. 88 degrees, did not get the rains that we got yesterday, but cloud cover still out there.
Yeah, we had sunshine for quite a while, and now the clouds really just popped up and moved overhead. We're on that far western edge of the remnants of Nicholas. Still a tropical storm, but barely, and continuing to weaken. Nonetheless, we're going to stay on the dry side as it weekends. We're not really expecting much rain around here in the extended forecast. There are a few chances, and we'll get into that in a moment. And temperatures mostly in the 90s for highs, which is a little above average for this time of year. Let's get a look at the satellite imagery. I like this. You can really see the well-defined circulation around what's left of Tropical Storm Nicholas there, centered just east of Houston. And you widen out the view, you see how it is throwing some clouds westward toward I-35. Dallas, Waco, Austin, San Antonio. We're getting some of the clouds. They're having a hard time really staying put together as they move westward and hit some drier air. But you put the rain on top of this, look at the radar reflectivities, and a lot of the moisture is now over Louisiana. Far east Texas, but especially Louisiana, even on into Mississippi. They're getting pounded with that rain. Here's a closer look at the center of circulation there. Just along and south of I-10 is where we have it. Remember, max sustained winds about 40 miles per hour, a few gusts up to 50, and that's just in a small area near the center of circulation, but it's just continuing to stream those showers onshore. Here's the futurecast, and it keeps the moisture east of us moving through Louisiana. Another day, maybe two, of soaking rainfall for a good portion of Louisiana. And then it eventually starts to break up and kind of get ripped apart a little bit further down the line. So around here, our rain chances, thinking 0%. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and for the most part, even Saturday. A few coastal showers possible on Saturday. Then Sunday through the early part of next week, we could have a few random pop-up afternoon showers, but we're not looking at anything organized at the moment. So today we topped out at 94 with that sunshine. That's 4 degrees above average and 5 degrees shy of the record set back in 2011. But look at our morning low, 68 degrees. That's actually 2 degrees below average. I think we're going to be in the same spot come tomorrow morning. So a pleasant night ahead of us and a good start to the day tomorrow. We're still at 90 now, but a dew point is 64. It's not overly humid, not too muggy outside. It's not oppressive, let's put it that way. New Braunfels 88, but Cotulla 99, Del Rio 97, where we've had nothing but sunshine farther to the west. Temperatures obviously a little bit warmer. Where we've been in the clouds most of the day, LaGrange 79. College Station, 78. Victoria, meanwhile, squeezing out 88 degrees, but even Lavaca County, Hallettsville, been fairly cloudy most of the day today. So let's talk temperatures. Tomorrow morning when we start the day, step outside, go to the bus stop, we're looking at mid to upper 60s. We're thinking about 66 Kerrville, Hondo 69, even Beeville in the upper 60s, and in San Antonio about 68 to 70 degrees. We'll say 68 Leon Springs, Timberwood Park at 68, and Elmendorf, meanwhile, a little closer to the 70 degree mark. And by the afternoon, we get back into the 90s. So we'll start the day tomorrow in the upper 60s. By the noon hour, well into the 80s, and then mid-90s by the afternoon. There will be some humidity in the air, but it's not the oppressive amounts of humidity. Not much changes then. Thursday and Friday, we're on the dry side of the remnants of Nicholas, and we've got pretty quiet weather here. Sunshine and temperatures well into the 90s. We see those slight rain chances toward the end of the weekend and even on into next week. Right now, it's at about 20 to 30%. We'll keep you updated, but currently nothing too organized headed our way.
All right, Adam, thank you.
All right, Cowboys having to do some adapting with COVID.
Well, I think it's kind of cool that the young man is going to start again this season on the offensive line. His name's Steele. He went to Steele High School, and now they're starting Steele again. When we come back, we'll tell you, of course, why. And as many as 8 members of the New Orleans Saints organization have tested positive for COVID-19. What does that mean for their game coming up this Sunday? Coming up.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Former Steele High School star Terrence Steele will start at right tackle beginning this Sunday when the Dallas Cowboys face the Chargers in Los Angeles. That's after La'el Collins was suspended for 5 games for violating the NFL substance abuse policy. Steele, in just his second year of the NFL out of Texas Tech, where he started 14 games last season in his rookie year after Collins missed all of last season following hip surgery. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones making the announcement today on his weekly radio show in Dallas.
Plan is to go with Steele. And he'll do a good job. He's a young guy that we're proud of, and he really had a great rookie year last year, relatively speaking, and he'll do a good job out there. We'll give him lots of help.
Cowboys signed wide receiver Robert Foster as well to their practice squad after placing Michael Gallup on the injured reserve list with a calf strain, meaning he will miss at least the next 3 weeks. The Houston Texans are now preparing for Baker Mayfield and the Browns in Cleveland this Sunday. It's after they were able to jump on Jacksonville, their season opener at home, 37-21. And the Browns fell to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs in a comeback victory for KC at home, 33-29. One of the strengths of the Texans this season is a running game where they carry 5 running backs on their roster, and this past Sunday activated 4 that combined for 160 yards rushing. But David Johnson also caught the first touchdown pass by Tyrod Taylor as the Texans' new starting quarterback.
Oh, it felt great. It's always a good thing to score touchdowns on offense, to help out the offense, help out the team, get the morale going, especially when everyone has us losing. It's always good to, come out and score touchdowns and get a victory.
All right, now they will see if they can score on the road when they face the Browns in Cleveland on noon on Sunday, where the Browns are 11.5-point favorites. As many as 8 members of the Saints organization have tested positive for COVID-19, calling into question their game against Carolina this coming weekend. That's according to ESPN, that reports that includes 6 offensive coaches, 1 player, and 1 nutritionist.
I'm extremely humbled and honored, and I hope to carry on the impact that the Aces have had, the Stars have had, and the WNBA has had. Thank you very much.
And congratulations, Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammon, who had her number 25 retired last night at halftime in the Las Vegas Aces WNBA game. Hammon played for the San Antonio Stars in 2007 and 2014 before they moved to Las Vegas in 2017. Her number is already retired at the AT&T Center. Another honor. The next thing I want to see is her being named as a head coach in the NBA.
That's what I think we're all waiting for. It's got to happen.
It will.
Yeah.
It's time.
Thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.
A nice evening ahead of us, a clearing sky, gentle breeze out of the north, and temperatures ultimately falling down into the upper 60s for many of us tomorrow morning. Uvalde 69, Kerrville 66. Around San Antonio, we're thinking about 68 degrees. Then by the afternoon, we get back into the 90s, upper 80s in parts of the hill country. But overall, another pleasant day.
Whether they're puffy, street style, or for breakfast, San Antonio knows tacos. Today's brand new episode of KSAT explains all about taco culture in our city, the history, evolution, and the importance of it all to our city's identity. KSAT explains San Antonio taco culture will be available to stream on demand today at 7 p.m. on KSAT.com, the KSAT TV app, and KSAT's Facebook page. If you can't watch it live, we'll post the full episode so you can watch it on demand later this evening. And now I want tacos.
Puffy tacos for me.
Yeah. Maybe some soft.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah. Puffy's never